this computer. I do know that it felt as if it was 92 degrees here. It felt 92, and the humidity, and I happened to, yeah, it was hot. So there we are. Fantastic. Thank you so much for joining me tonight on our Metaphysical Moments. Bethany, you're here. That's fantastic. Hi, Brenda. Hi, Vicki. Hi, Edmund. Hi, Lori. Warm and sticky on the cape. Yeah. Hi, Kelly. Yeah, so it's, I have all windows open, a fan right now, so if you see my hair getting pushed to the wind, just know that it's because I'm cooling down. Warm, still no rain where you're at, Catherine. Wow. Warm in Reno. Ooh, I bet it is. That is that seems to be a very hot place. And hi, Jody. So we'll see what happens here, and we'll just keep kind of moving forward. So I do want to talk about a few things, and I'm so busy I forget to promote my stuff, which they see that I'm too smart. Oh, it's cold in Germany and late at night. Oh, it's supposed to be cold here tonight, so I'm really looking forward to that. So I always forget to tell people about myself and tell them what I'm doing, and remind people. And I guess you're supposed to like see something 3 to 5 times before you remember it. And if you don't even see it, how are you ever going to remember? It's not going to happen. So I am doing a large group reading, and I called it my Sal's-like reading. So it's my $35 large group. And it will be from 6 to 8 p.m. Saturday. You Venmo me at Jani, Jani-Cook, C-O-O-K-E, and it'll be just a virtual Zoom meeting. Now, so far there are not a lot signed up because I forgot to tell all y'all about it. I think I might have mentioned it, but I didn't put it out. I just put it out on Facebook today. I will be pushing it out to a couple of different places. And yeah, so there we are. We have that going. I am also going to be setting up another couple NDE interviews with people in the next month, and that should be fun. And I just kind of wanted to have a recap here with you, because I want to talk about how, I know I said I was doing like the Metaphysical Minute, or all of our kind of COVID, Corona, we're staying at home sort of experience. And it seems like it's so natural to keep coming on at 5 o'clock, and I'm experimenting with the idea of doing some Patreon stuff and sort of trying to figure out how that would look like, if that would, and did that on a daily subscription sort of basis, if that would be something that would, 1, work for me, and 2, work for people. So that's something that I'm looking at, and would love your opinion on any of this, of course. But the next thing I wanted to talk about is, you can't get into the metaphysical and your intuition until you start kind of really dealing with uncovering what's in your body as trauma. Now, I know we've talked about these in different varying levels this whole time, but in order to begin to really, truly heal spirit or hear spirit, you need to heal your body. Hi, Camille. And healing your body is so important, because one of the things that you do is you begin to understand why you're doing what you're doing, why you're saying what you're saying. And maybe it is that you didn't grow up in any sort of, whether you're in your late stages of life, your middle stages of life, your early teens, early 20s, wherever you're at, you can really have trauma that you're holding on to. You may have not been able to name feelings and understand what your emotions are. And I know it seems like a total, like, what does this have to do with mediumship? Aren't you supposed to be giving me like my mediumship and tell me what's going on and what I should be doing? Well, here's the deal. Is my goal for you is to train you how to do it for yourself. And only need me as a refresher. Only need me when you start to understand that maybe, and it feels like I'm yelling because it's just like downpouring. It's just like all I can see out the door is like white. So it's raining that hard. I mean, of course, I want you to come, do group readings. I want you to do sessions, do coaching, do whatever sort of assists you on your journey. But what I really want to have happen is that you uncover so much about yourself that you feel confident that maybe you're not here dealing with mediumship, but maybe, you know, your intuition is up and it's up, and you keep working it and you keep working it, and you try and develop different ways, and you start looking into clairs, how spirit starts a conversation with you. What is your spirit language? You know, they call it, you know, I think maybe I should do that. Maybe this should be my second book. I really need to start writing these books. What's your spirit language? Hi, Suzanne. Hi, Susan. So first book is See Light, Be Light, sort of the unfolding of mediumship and how to help you and see signs. And the second one is whatever I just said, which thank God I'm recording this so I know that I can go back and watch it. So, so it's about you getting strong enough in finding your clairs and finding where you're going in life to be, Nikki, you are so sweet. You've taught me so much. You have impacted my life like an earthquake, a good earthquake, right? Because, you know, that's a really good point. What Nikki is just saying there is because one of the things that happens when you get on this spiritual path, you think with being spiritual, it ain't easy. I mean, it is so easy to talk the talk and talk the talk and continue to talk the talk and do some more talking about the talk and talking about the walk, but walking the path where you're vulnerable, where you're, I'm right here, where you're vulnerable, where you're open, where you're daring to step into who you truly are, no matter what happens around you. That is true, true, true happiness. And when you are this true happiness, you're able to then have a clear communication with spirit. And when you have a clear communication with spirit, you don't need me. You don't need any other medium. What you'll do is you'll walk on your own path and realize, yeah, mediumship and spirituality in and of itself, like understanding, and I see Ricky on here. Hi, Ricky. Understanding that your path is so uniquely yours. And I know I've said this I know I've done this for you guys before, but I'm going to quick do it again because I think it's so important. So I would always have, he was actually my first husband. He was my first husband. We used to have fights about this. Okay. So this is how, so he said that this was, now mind you, this is before like mediumship all got turned back on for me. And, it's okay. The first husband thing's okay. It's all right. And even if there's a second and a third, that's all right. It ain't got anything to do with me when anybody thinks of me. Okay, so we used to have this fight. Like, okay, so I'm saying the word God. Don't freak out. Okay, just don't freak out about that. So there's the word God, right? And he believed, I always got to do it close to me, is that there's only one path, right? I can't. It's got to be like right next to me. He believed that there's only one path to God, and he would say it is this, right? That is the path. Only that one path. And I would say, no, that's insanity, because how can there just be this one path? And that's absolutely it. So I just like to say, it takes me a minute because I got to mark things up and I got to. And then I put in this, and then I put in this, and then I put in this, and then I put in this. Okay, I'm almost ready. So I know, I'm like, just don't worry. You'll be so surprised and just so like happy when you see what an amazing artist I am. Actually, I am going to start putting my art up so that you guys can see it, because that's vulnerability. Okay, so you ready? This is my version of God. And I put in love, I put in joy. Of course, God stays there, spirit, universe, everything. But notice there are all these paths all the way around it. There is not just one way. And you see some of them, you go up and then you go to a dead end, you've got to jump back. That is what life is. You get knocked down, you get back up again. I know there's a song about that. It's actually one of my favorite songs. So you get knocked down, you get up again. So what I strongly urge you to have this understanding is that there is your path to universe, to joy, to happiness, to everything. And then when you're kind of clicked in on that, because what we're taught is, no. What you got to do is you got to be worried about how much money you're making. What's your status? What's your status compared to somebody else? What kind of car are you driving? Is it a new one? Is it an old one? Does it need a new muffler? Does it need to do this? Does it need a carburetor? Do they even have carburetors anymore? Are you rebuilding an engine of a super souped up sports car? That's where we get lost. And we get lost in the feeling that we're less than compared to other people. So one of the big things that I just want to knock right out of the park is do not compare yourself to other people. It's just not going to work. You're going to always be feeling that there's only one way to do things, and there's only one way to live, and there's only one way to do it. Well, you know what? You might be happy living in a commune up in the redwoods. Maybe I'm just speaking for me, but so many paths. Yeah, and it makes life colorful, and it makes life colorful. It makes life happy. It makes life ecstatic and fun. Because when you appreciate, you can look at the next person, the person closest to you, whether it be your friend, whether it be your lover, whether it be your spouse, it doesn't really matter. You can look at that and say, I am here and I see you totally. I'm not going to change you. I'm not going to try and do anything else but be with you as you're in your experience. I may decide to model like behaviors, or I may decide to name feelings, or I may decide to get super funky and who knows what way, because you don't know what's going to unfold until it's unfolding. And if you're worried about the future, you're worrying about something that hasn't even happened. And when you're worrying about something that hasn't even happened, then it's going to definitely, potentially manifest. Not definitely, but potentially. There's a potentiality, as Deepak Chopra, which I still can't, nobody's taken me out to have a drink yet, so I can tell you the story. It'll crush your soul. So maybe you don't want to take me on a story when you hear about Deepak Chopra. But that will take a couple drinks, just so you know. And I don't drink, so. So I want to say that. I think you guys are awesome. I think that you are doing amazing work. I see it every time on this page. I see it all the time when I'm connecting with you, whether you're doing it in a group reading. You are inspired and you are inspiring. You are inspired and you are inspiring. Yeah, right? This quarantine has really opened my eyes to life and the people who are in my life. Absolutely. And I hope that it's also giving you a chance to open up to how are you interacting with life? Next time I'm in Michigan, Julie, you're funny. Next time you're in Michigan, Julie, I'll tell you the story. I don't know, where are you at, Julie? I should know this. You are absolutely on your right path. And you know why? I mean, here is something I want to tell you that is so true. So true. Listen to what I'm saying. So true. Okay? Ready? I got you here. I'm gonna be pulling a Tabitha Brown in a minute. Like, sit yourself down. It's your business. Get on over here. It's your business we're talking about. Ready? Here's a secret. You cannot do this life wrong. You just can't. You can't do this life wrong. You can't do it. You cannot. Where you're at right now, no matter what you're doing, is exactly where you're supposed to be. So saying you should be doing this, or shoulding on yourself, like saying this should happen, that should be, I should have had this, I should have had it figured out by now. I should not be crazy. I mean, yeah, we're all crazy. We're all like a little bit insane. That's okay. Like, just allow it to happen. Just go with the flow of it. You are like a rock star. A rock star is what you are. This is like straight up from like who knows what, but not the New Testament, not the Old Testament. It's a Janny Testament. That's what it is. You're a rock star. Coming here to this earth is a hard thing to do. And where are you going to go? You are just going to flourish and flourish as you completely open up who you truly are. You can't go off path or deny your path, because it's kind of, you know what, I kind of like, who likes Montessori? I'm a huge Montessori fanatic. My kids were in Montessori for a long time. Well, I could afford it. That's how they were like Montessori. And anyway, so Amber, I want to say you can't go off path or deny your path, right? I mean, Janny Bible, right? The Janny Bible. You really, here's what's happening. If you are on your path, you have decided prior to incarnation to have these hard things. What I'm going to encourage you to do is to, Amber, say, look, this is where I'm at. This is what is. This is what is. I'm going to accept where I am. And maybe it's not where I think I want to be. Maybe I want to improve, but what you want to do is so hey Audrey, I just saw your question come in. I'm going to try, I just want to say this. I'm going to say this and I'm going to go back to what my thought was, if I can make sure I can find it. Is where is my path? Audrey, that is such a great question. And one of the things I'm hearing, did you grow up very religious, or is there a religious sort of, because they just showed me a Bible, which is my sign and symbol for that. So, or I don't really understand, or it could be that somebody's crossed over trying to connect with you. So while you take that 2-minute delay that it takes to respond to me, what I want to continue saying to Amber is, where you're at right now is where you are supposed to be. This may actually even answer your question, Audrey. And knowing that you have a desire or a desire or a drive to do something different is your guidance system on this earth, to choose another path, to choose another way to kind of jump your evolution into the next place. Does that make sense? I like that. Must have been another crossover. So one of the things I want to say is I want to make sure I say this, because there is a place for everything that's on this earth. And I'm speaking specifically to religion right now because it feels very important. I don't know why I'm having to say this, but I'm just going to say it. If you find solace in going to church and you get a lot out of it and you feel joyful and you feel fantastic and you feel uplifted by what somebody is saying, go to church. It can be an amazing place. It's like if you're feeling that urge or hearing that call, that, Spirit's saying, hey, there's something here for you. Come check it out. Come check. You might only need it for a little bit. It might need something for a while, and then it turns around and it's fine, and you're done and you move on. So just know that it plays an important place. It's not the only place. You are 100% connected into heaven. You are 100% connected into spirit, God, joy, love, happiness. You are that. We forgot, but that's okay. Sometimes going to church is the best place to be, to have that understanding. So, but you can't do this life wrong. You may be able to do it better if you uncover what is happening inside of you. If you release anger and release comparison and release tension and release obstruction to happiness, and you release resistance, you release the possibility that you can be, there are people who have blocks to even being happy. Like normally there's this whole idea that, okay, I'm gonna do this thing and I'm gonna be happy. And then once everybody's happy, it's like, I'm just waiting for it to wait, what am I waiting for? I'm waiting for it to all go wrong. That's what I'm waiting for it. I'm waiting for everything to go wrong. That's what normally happens when we get like to a place of maybe peace, maybe contentment, maybe happiness. So I want to say that, Nancy, I am so sorry for your loss. Yes, Krista, I'm recording this. I'll put it up on YouTube once I'm done. Nancy, I'm so sorry for your loss. And yes, a cardinal is, but it also feels like he's a really playful soul. When I'm sitting here with him, I'm feeling like he'll either see like little chipmunks or squirrels also doing kind of like funny little things around you. So be on the lookout for that. Oh, and I'm going to tell you the next thing I've been working on. You know, I know I have my, so I am going to start putting products up I'm going to have and I'm going to source it by where I'm going to have some black salt, which I think is incredibly important for getting negativity and also creating a boundary if you're having a hard time sleeping around your bed and clearing out your path. I'm going to be creating a home cleansing kit, sort of a walkthrough how to do this. I am going to, I have my full moon spray and my new moon spray coming. The Gianni store, right? The Gianni store, the Gianni Bible, what else? Oh, good, Julie. I'm glad you enjoyed last night. Hi, Stephen. I hope you are well. Yeah. And I really love the interviews. I think I just have so much fun on them. It's ridiculous. I wish I could like bottle that kind of joy that I have when it's happening. And I could just like say, oh my God, everybody needs just a little drop of this because you will be in heaven if you just got into my energy field of like, whew, I just love it. So yeah, I'm going to continue doing that. I just have so much fun. As long as people continue saying yes, they'll sit down and talk with me. But so far, I don't think they'll say no, will they? And if you have anybody that you know who's had an NDE, push them my way. Say, hey, go talk to Gianni. She wants to talk to you. And what else did I want to say? And it's only Wednesday today. We're still going to get together tomorrow and the next day. What do you got to say about that? That's awesome. What y'all got to say about that? That's awesome. Okay, well, see light, be light. I think you're awesome. You can't do this life wrong. Just know that you are working and moving in the right direction for your life. Trust it. Spirit will always keep showing up, always keep being there. And I think next week, one of the things we're going to be doing, we're going to talk about manifesting. It's going to be so much fun. Manifesting is going to be so much fun. How could anybody say no to Gianni? I know, that's what I mean, I don't know. I got 2 X's under my belt that would definitely said no. So they can. It can be done. Take care of yourself, enjoy yourself, and we will, you know, if you're not on TikTok, find me on TikTok because that's always fun. I love TikTok, except I've got 60 seconds there instead of how long I've been going here, like 40, somewhere around that, maybe half an hour. They're lost. Amen, sister. Okay, I will be ticking and talking in a few minutes, and if anybody ever has ideas or suggestions for 60-minute content that I need to be doing and you think should be out there, and tell me. All right, adios. See light, be light. Have a wonderful night. I'll check y'all out tomorrow. Bye.